Previously on Prey.
Randall Lynch raped 3 women, killed 5 men in the course of a week.
There's a genetic anomaly in his blood.
You don't know me.
Maybe I do.
You will all die.
Dr. Parker, I'm real sorry you had to be the one who found the body.
You think I had something to do with the tragic death of Miss Coulter, don't you?
Compute the DNA differential between Sloane Parker and Randall Lynch.
1.6%.
He's not human.
The discovery of the new homogeneous species is a credit to all at this laboratory.
Estimated current population?
187,000 of them.
Lynch escaped.
Tom Daniels, FBI.
I don't think Tom Daniels is human.
He's back to what he was. A killer.
You could have killed me 100 times over, but you didn't. You're different from those who sent you to kill me.
How much do you really know about this guy?
I know we need him, and I trust him.
What are your intentions? What do you mean? With Sloan? I would never hurt Sloan.
There are others out there. Many others. If I fail, they'll still come after you.
Will they come after you?
Yes.
Now we're the hunted.
You just don't know what you're up against.
If we don't stop them here, we may not be able to stop them at all.
Go! Get out! Now! I'm no longer like you.
All these people.
You want to know what you're up against? It's evolution. You can't survive.
We'll fight for our survival.
And you'll lose.
Good morning, people. Tom, have a seat.
Slideshow.
So far, this is what the enemy has thrown at us. All different tactics in an attempt to destroy the human race. The date we derived from the pillar, October 1998, logically has some bearing on their plan. This you knew. What you didn't know is what is taking place in Bardsdale, California.
Bardsdale? I used to go out there on family picnics when I was a kid. It's nothing but a bunch of orange groves.
And people. People who may be under attack.
What kind of attack?
Unfortunately, that's not clear. A reliable source has informed us that some elementary school children there are being tampered with or altered in some manner. So the question is whether all these events are random or part of a methodical plan.
Maybe more DNA altering.
That's what we have to find out.
We'll be ready to go in 5.
I'm not going with you.
Why not?
I'm going to find out who Atwood's reliable source is.
You think you can do that?
I have a good idea where to start. Surprised to see me.
No, I've been waiting for you. I'm impressed you found me so easily.
"40,000 years ago, the most advanced species on Earth was wiped out by a powerful new life form, us. Now, another new species has evolved, stronger, smarter, and dedicated to our annihilation. Leading the fight against them is Dr. Sloane Parker, the bioanthropologist who uncovered their existence. Once again, it's survival of the fittest, and this time, we are the prey.
here at Marengo School for 14 years, and this is the first time I've ever had a visit from the State Department of Health.
Well, it may just turn out to be nothing. We're sorry for any inconvenience.
Well, as you can see, the children are all very happy and healthy.
How's your absenteeism this year?
Average. On any given day, between 3 and 6 children are out sick, usually for no longer than a day.
Have you noticed any erratic behavior on the part of the kids?
This is a grade school. All of their behavior is erratic.
What about violence? Has there been an increase in schoolyard fights?
No, that's not tolerated here at Marengo. Children know it, so they don't even try.
Well, Principal Cook, certainly sounds like you have everything under control.
Oh, thank you. These are my kids, Dr. Parker, and I think I take care of them very well. That's why I don't understand why you're here.
Just a routine visit. I assure you it's nothing to worry about.
Well, I hope so. Oh, Dustin. Hi.
Your information about what's taking place in Bardsdale must have come from someone on the inside. A Confederate.
Not only a Confederate, Tom, but a member of your own species.
I want to meet him.
Why?
To make sure we're not being set up. How can you trust this source?
I'll be the judge of that.
Don't you think I'm more qualified?
Nothing out of the ordinary. On paper, Marengo's a school filled with healthy, normal, average, middle-class kids.
Maybe Atwood's tip was bogus.
He hasn't been wrong yet. So, what's our way into this?
Okay. Atwood said that kids were being altered. That's what they were doing to Kelly, altering her blood, changing her DNA.
So, we've got to start by analyzing the children's blood. We've got to do DNA testing.
Oh, come on, we'd have to take samples from every kid. It'd be impossible. I mean, parents, media, they'd all want to know what's going on.
Hold on.
What?
Are any of the sick kids that Principal Cook told us about in the hospital?
Right, here it is, Curtis. Looks like 3. One with a broken arm, one having her tonsils out, and another having plastic surgery after an automobile accident.
Perfect.
How do you plan on getting near these kids?
Hey, Atwood got his credentials from the Department of Health. How hard could hospital badges be? Tom.
May I talk with him? Tom Daniels. Shane. I've heard about you. They want you dead.
Does that scare you?
Oh, yeah. They find out about me, they'll try and kill me, too.
Maybe you shouldn't be risking your life helping her.
You are.
I've been around a lot longer. Done things. Seen things.
Well, I've seen enough. I don't want to see any more.
Hi. Hi. My name's Sloan. Shouldn't you be asleep?
I'm not tired.
We just talked to your mom outside. She said you're pretty excited about getting your tonsils out tomorrow.
Yeah.
How long have your tonsils hurt?
I don't know. A while.
Is that the only thing that hurts you right now?
When I swallow. I don't really feel sick.
That's good. This is Dr. Ed Tate.
Hi.
Hey, I have to take some blood out of your arm. Have the other doctors done that to you?
They said it would hurt, but it didn't.
Well, I'll make sure it doesn't hurt either. Hey, can you do that?
I'm living with my parents. Pretty soon they're going to be sending me away.
For training?
Yeah. They say in a few years they're going to plant me in the mayor's office.
I went to the FBI.
They said that you were one of their best. And that I should be like you. Before you turned.
But you can't do it.
I know what they'll want me to do. I don't think I can. I know I shouldn't feel this way.
It's not wrong to feel, Shane. They say it's a weakness, but it's not.
I think they know.
Well, then you're in danger.
That's why I went to her.
How'd you find her?
Well, they've known about her for a long time, but they haven't been able to get near her.
Does she know that?
She does now. Can I trust her?
I really don't know.
I performed DNA testing on all of these samples. One thing we know for sure is they're not 1.6. Here's the first sample. 10-year-old boy.
This is the kid with the broken arm?
Yeah.
Give me the next slide.
This is the kid undergoing reconstructive surgery. He's 11. See something?
Let me see the last one.
This is a girl we saw who's having her tonsils taken out. Well?
Our immune systems operate in a delicate balance, and part of that balance are the T helper cells, which includes the CD4 cells. In each of these kids, the CD4 cells are being destroyed.
Of course. Attack our next generation.
What kind of time frame are we looking at, Ed? How immediate is the danger?
There is no time frame. The immune system of these kids is literally disappearing. And sooner or later, maybe next week, next year, they'll get strep or mumps or pneumonia. And they'll die.
Death from the common cold.
It's genocide.
I don't know what we can do to stop it. I've gone over these results for hours. There's no mistake. I mean, in all these kids, their CD4 cells are being eaten away. Look.
We need an immunologist.
Actually, I know one. Yeah, in med school, I did an internship with Dr. Ian Copeland. I mean, this guy, he's one of the top immunologists in the country, and he's right here in L.A.
You think he'll help us?
Well, I don't know, but I think we should find out.
5 years ago, you were one of my sharpest students, Ed. I
I wish you'd stayed in medicine. Lord knows I twisted your arm. I wish you twisted harder. What's the matter? You're not enjoying all the notoriety at the lab? You've made some impressive headlines, huh? I could live without them. I think we all could. Kind of followed. Look, I don't know if you believe in this new species or not, but it's not an issue. Tell me what your problem is. Why are you here? This new species. They've devised a way of compromising the immune system of children. By compromise, you mean? Devastate. I mean, they won't be able to fight off even a simple virus or bacteria. If they can get to the children, in 50 years, there won't be that many humans alive. New species or not, do you have any idea how the children have been compromised? Wish I did. I was hoping you could help. You have some blood samples I could see? Yeah, actually, I do. Back at the lab. I can bring them over here if it's a bit better for you. I'm sure your lab is better equipped and more qualified for that kind of work. Besides, I'd like to see it.
So, what do you think of our friend?
He's a good kid. And he's very young. Too young to know exactly what he's getting himself into by associating with you.
I disagree. I find him quite mature for his age. It's one of the hallmarks of your species, is it not?
What are you planning to do with him?
He could provide us with invaluable information, especially with this Bardsdale matter.
It could get him killed.
You've managed to stay alive.
He doesn't have the experience. Let me get the information.
Wait, be realistic. Shane's on the inside. You're marked.
What if he were able to get you more information about Bardsdale?
Then we can talk.
I've never seen anything like this. These children have no idea what's happening to their bodies.
We're open to suggestions.
Believe me, I wish I had one.
3 out of 3 samples show the same CD4 cell damage. Statistically, it's something many children must have been exposed to. Any idea where to look for the cause?
Well, it's hard to say. It could have been an injection or ingested.
I've had access to vaccination records. These children were vaccinated at different times by different doctors.
And they're all different hospitals. So it most likely was ingested.
Hey, look at this. I've been time delay taping the degeneration of the protein layer. Watch.
Whatever it is, it's working its way through the CD4 cells in a circular pattern.
It's very methodical.
See if I can catch up to exactly where it's working. Maybe we could get a look at it under stronger magnification.
Oh, that's good, Ed. That's very good.
So here's one blood cell. It's impossible to see what's happening with the CD4s. I'm gonna magnify it 100 times. There. What's that? What the hell?
That's not biological.
I don't believe it. A nanite.
They've never been proven to exist. Nanotechnology, artificial life forms, it's all still theoretical.
Not anymore. We need to know how it got into these kids.
Sloan, I want you to take Ray back to Bardsdale. Now that we know what we're looking for, maybe we can find its source and who's behind it.
Sounds like I have to earn my freedom.
Assuming she keeps her word, it's the best I could do.
So what do I have to do?
Well, we figured out what's happening to the children in Bardsdale.
I already told her everything I know about that. You know, it's not like I was involved or anything. I've heard things, you know?
Look, we now know an artificial device created to work on a cellular level is attacking children. Now, this is highly advanced biotechnology, not something we at our level would have ever been involved with. So you have to do what you can to find out who's behind it, who created it.
If they know.
Be careful. You're smart. The information is there. You just
being followed.
Go, get out of here.
Dr. Parker, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Mrs. Cook, please. This is Ray Peterson. He's assisting me.
I called the State Health Department. They say there's no Dr. Parker or Tate working for them, and they didn't send anyone to check out my school.
I'm sorry for the confusion.
We're investigating a matter involving the health of these children. Your cooperation
The
would be
welfare
appreciated.
of these children is my responsibility. I don't know who you people are, and as far as I'm concerned, you're trespassing. So now please go.
She seems a little defensive, don't you think?
Maybe. I think it's interesting that she didn't say she was going to call the police.
You think she doesn't want to attract attention?
Maybe. But to what?
What is it?
Look at what they're drinking.
Juice boxes. So what? My kid drinks them all the time.
We know the nanite had to be ingested. All these kids are drinking the same juice. Same brand, same flavor. Orange Max. Huh. The label says it's all grown, processed, and packaged on location.
Right here in Bardsdale.
Where are we going?
Now that we have the box, we need a sample of the juice before it goes into the container, as well as an orange. Just covering all the bases.
I need backup if I'm going to try to get into the processing plant for a sample.
Not if you can get one out of that truck.
I got a thermos in the trunk.
Hey, I'm the one who has to slog through the mud. I was hoping you'd be here. Where did you go?
I met someone like me.
Are you crazy? You can't.
I mean, really like me, but a kid. 17.
He's the reliable source?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can trust him? I mean, this could be a setup to get you. I doubt they've forgotten what you've done.
I trust him.
Based on what?
What made you trust me?
Where is he now?
Hopefully he's alive. Atwood's boss hasn't figured out who's behind the tampering.
I hope your source can find out something fast.
Believe me, it's in his best interest to find out quickly.
Hi. Did you find out anything?
Sure did. The Grove's owned by a corporation. One of the board members is Sandra Cook.
The principal.
She's also the primary stockholder. And she bought it 5 years ago from a family who'd owned it since the Dodgers were in Brooklyn.
Have you heard of her?
No.
She's got to be one of them.
Well, let's find out.
I understand Sloan gave you something to work with.
Oh, yeah, I got the juice from the box, Doctor. Copeland's dealing with the orange.
Let's see what we've got.
What did you find?
Juice from the box. Has the same nanite that was in the blood samples. So does this juice from the tanker truck.
And so does the orange.
I have to make a phone call and have all that juice in the boxes confiscated and the orange grove destroyed. ASAP. Excuse me.
So, you and your family are moving into the area,
That's right.
and you have some questions about the school.
Yes, I'm concerned about my children. For all intents and purposes, they'll be coming into a new world here. I'm afraid that world may be hostile.
What gave you that idea? We try to do our best and provide a protected and nurturing environment here at Marengo.
Then you don't prepare the kids to compete?
No, we do that too.
Good. Because their survival depends on it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time. She's not one of them.
You're sure she's not masking, blocking, like Lisa could?
No, she's human.
But why would she own a company that grows tainted fruit?
Maybe she didn't know.
Is there any chance that she's just being used by them somehow, without her even knowing?
It's possible. Or she's helping them.
A collaborator.
Just like me.
Except you're doing the right thing. She's been school principal for 14 years. She seems so caring with the children, so protective.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just freezing.
Progress yet?
Yeah, maybe. Have a look.
I don't see you.
that?
Electricity. I shorted it out. It's basic science. It's running on some kind of power source. Small electrical charge seems to disable it.
That's brilliant.
Maybe, but at least it wasn't as hard to stop as we thought.
Are you gonna come in?
No.
Oh. Thanks. I would have frozen without it.
Sure.
Good night.
Shane? What are you doing here?
I've got a name. I found out who created the nanite, how to transmit it, a place to test it, the people to run it, everything.
Who is it?
A doctor named Copeland. Dr. Ian Copeland.
Long night. You know, now that we can actually stop this thing, all we have to do is... What the hell are you doing?
Sit down, Ed. I'll be through in a minute. There.
Why would you do this?
Mainly because I underestimated you. I didn't think you could possibly figure out how to stop what was happening.
I don't understand.
Well, it's like you said, Ed. 5 years ago, things were different. My job then was to establish myself as doctor, professor, mentor. Things have changed.
So you're one of them? The killer?
No. My job is to help my species survive. We're no different.
Yeah, like hell. See, I am trying to save the lives that you're destroying.
I'm confident that soon I'm going to have to try and save the lives that you destroy. Unless...
Unless what?
You join me. Help me. You're a brilliant scientist. I could use your help.
No, thanks.
There's so much I would love to show you.
It won't happen.
We'll see.
Sloan?
I'm glad you came back. What's the matter?
Where's Ed?
At the lab, I guess. Why?
I know who created the nanite. It's Dr. Copeland.
Oh, my God. He's...
Sloan, this is Shane.
He's not answering. We've got to get over to the lab.
You stay here until we get back. You don't move, you don't answer the door, nothing. You just stay here.
Let's go.
I'm leaving him here.
Fine.
I'll try masking myself, but Copeland may know I'm coming like Lewis did. Just in case you might have to create a distraction so I can get to him.
Don't worry. I'll distract the hell out of him.
wouldn't leave without locking the lab.
Contacted the local authorities. They're aware that Ed's missing. I've sent them photos of both Ed and Copeland.
We should call Ray.
It's already done. He was on his way in anyway. He said he had a new lead about the juice boxes.
Look, I got here as fast as I could.
I suppose now it's a waiting game.
Well, maybe not. Now that we know Copeland is one of them, some things are starting to make sense. After the school principal talked with Tom, she made one phone call. Principal Cook called Copeland.
She is working for them. Best tactic of all. Get us to turn on ourselves. She may know where to find Copeland. And maybe Ed. I'm going back up there to talk to him.
No, we're going back.
You coming?
No. I think I should go back to your place.
Right. I'll see you later.
I never had this chance. Take it.
I don't know where to go. Why can't I stay with you?
If you stay, we're both at risk.
The government will protect me.
Till it's not in their best interest.
So why did I risk my life? Why was I trying to prove myself to you?
Look, it's not about me, it's about you. I wanted you to see that you can live your own life on your own terms. And now you know you can be free.
Why don't you leave? Go somewhere they can't find you.
I have reasons to stay.
Dr. Parker.
Yes.
You're lucky to have someone.
I know you'll find a life for yourself. You're not going to be alone. Bus is going to come through here in about 15 minutes. You stay on it until the last stop. There's some money in here. Enough to keep you going for at least a month. When you're near running out, you give me a call at the lab. By then, I'll come up with a safe place to stay.
Thanks. Hope to see you again someday.
I did too.
Mrs. Cook, we'd like to talk to you.
What do you people want now? Why can't you leave me alone?
We know you're cooperating with Dr. Copeland.
I don't understand.
We know you called him. You're cooperating with them, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Why? Why would you harm these children?
The world they know isn't going to exist much longer. We're not strong enough to fight this. You should know that better than anyone. You've seen what they can do. They're stronger, ruthless, more determined to win. And they're everywhere.
So because you're afraid, you're willing to let all these children die?
Yes. you don't understand. You see, they needed me. They needed someone to manage this test project, report the results. Someone had to watch the children.
To make sure none of the kids got sick. So that no one would find out.
They needed me.
Where do we find Copeland?
I don't know.
He's got a friend of mine.
I have no idea where he is. We spoke on the phone periodically.
We can't let her go.
Look, we have no choice. Atwood is having the Grove and the Orange Juice Company destroyed. I mean, even if I were to arrest her, there is no evidence. I'm not sure there's even a crime.
What she did to these kids can't be reversed. It's a crime.
Sloan, there's nothing we can do with her.
One thing about collaborating with the enemy, Miss Cook, sometimes they turn on you.
What better person to have on your side than someone as trusted as a school principal?
Problem is, I'm starting to think they have even more trustworthy, even more important people on their team.
Hi, remember me?
I sure do. How's your throat?
The doctor says I'm all better. Bye.
Let's get out of here.
I've been waiting to hear from you. How did our boy do?
I don't know. He never came back.
So discovering Copeland's identity was purely a coincidence.
Looks that way.
Where is he?
I told you, I don't know.
He was a valuable resource. You shouldn't have let him go.
Like I said, he disappeared.
It's all right. There'll be others.
Makes you feel any better? I don't think Ed's been killed. That's all Copeland wanted. He would have left his body at the lab.
I guess. If he's alive, we could find him.
No messages.
Ed's alive. He'll contact me. I know he will.